Hello, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Maria, and today we are going to do a collective energy reading. So I will be pulling tarot cards, and I also want to do, I want to do two things. I want to do a masculine and feminine energy reading, an inner union, and then I also want to do like an overall type of energy reading. So see what comes up. I'm going to set the intention that whenever you see this, it's meant for you. So if you're seeing this a year from now, stay a bit, see if it resonates. I also put a comment on my last video. I'll link it down below, but I did make an agreement in the comments saying if I get 25 likes on my last video, then I'll do some energetic readings for free. For those who interact with the video and my channel, I'll probably just do it over, like get you guys to leave some questions in the comments, and we'll go from there. But for now, it's just, I am asking for 25 likes on my previous video, and then we'll go from there. I'll give you guys the lowdown. All right, let's see. Collective inner masculine energy. I want to be able to do free readings for a couple of reasons. I read patterns and polarities and energies more than I ever read tarot. So a lot of the readings that I've done in the past, I did like written readings and face-to-face readings, but a lot of it is pattern recognition, which I also do in my mentorship. And then which I also do have one more spot left in my mentorship if you have not yet applied. I will leave that information below as well. It is free right now because I'm doing a pilot of a 6-week long like program. I don't love the word program, but pilot mentorship. I haven't done it where I've done 6 weeks at a time before, so I'm loving it though. So if it's something you might be interested in, please check it out and apply. And then I send you all the details once I receive your form. Alright, so for our inner masculines, we have the Page of Cups. Our feminines are in the Knight of Swords. And our inner union is the Page of Pentacles. Too many. Okay. So for the feminine energy here, I'm getting this energy of moving forward with different ideas and pursuits. And also, there may be a smudge of overthinking. So if that's you, it's okay. You're not alone. But I can definitely resonate with that. I have been overthinking stuff that really doesn't pertain to anything that I want to be doing. So with that, though, I got the 7 of Cups and the 6 of Wands. But the energy really is very much like continuously reminding yourself to regain focus on the things that you actually want and the things that are going to bring emotional fulfillment. To be able to regain almost a sense of personal control, not of your feminine energy, but being really aware and conscious, picky about where your feminine energy is being placed. So that's that. With the masculine energy, there's a lot more building of long-term structure. Very Page of Cups and Hierophant. Very much the energy of when the feminine can hone in into the Seven of Cups energy of like, what is actually going to be emotionally fulfilling for me, the masculine is receiving that very gracefully right now. And he is asking, like, just please be as clear as possible. Please continue to bring forth your ideas so that we can discern where to place this long-term investment, where we want to be putting our energy. And then the inner union energy is very practical. So it's like one step at a time and keep going, but you might not fully see where that's going to lead yet. But that's the totality of inner union, is that you're not attached to what is going to be. You are moving in alignment with devotion to the vision and to the discernment and taking action that is aligned with that. And so for that, I got Page of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, and the Moon. Yeah? Okay. So that is a reminder that we all have masculine and feminine energies within us, and it's about utilizing them without judging their energetic needs based on looking to our physical reality to make sense of them. Let me rephrase that. It's about learning how to balance these energies that I just expressed in a way that is no longer attached to a physical reality in order to validate the feelings or the discernment or the choices that we make. We are working from the inside out with these energies that have come forth. Okay, now let's do overall energies. The pattern there, though, is that the masculine in that energy is really integrating receptivity of the feminine vision. And I think the feminine is, with that overthinking energy, is continuously learning how to let go of the physical validation and trusting the inner masculine's action taking and discernment of when to pull back energy, when to invest energy, what actions to take, and when, without having to do it all at once. Like, there's an appreciation for time that the feminine is, I think, learning here. Okay, let's see. What's the overall energy surrounding us right now? Two of Swords. Current energy of our sight. Energy of recent past. Energy of the near future. Energy of what you can see. Okay, so Two of Swords is very much like the reading that I posted yesterday. Like, we can't fully be able to use logic in order to guess or see what's coming. There's a reason why you don't know anything outside of yourself right now. There's a reason why you're being asked to rely on your own inner self than the reality. Because there's things moving and things changing that don't need you to be involved and don't need you to try and control it because it's already happening. But the lesson is not about trying to use logic to figure out what's happening. It's about surrendering the logic in order to just embrace what's happening within you, within your reality right in front of you. And then we have the current energy, our personal current energy is the Three of Swords. So this is, feels to me, it doesn't feel like heartbreak as much as it feels like the remnants of something. So Three of Swords and Queen of Cups, there's like a remnants of something that's still being brought up. And the pattern here is that it's not meant to be anything. You don't need to create meaning out of it. Same with that Two of Swords. We don't need to create meaning out of the things that are being brought up in reminiscence or in past circumstances. It's only coming up so that we can learn how to feel what it's meant to feel like, to be able to heal it, to be able to allow it to ground in our body, because there's something really potent in that energy that keeps coming up that we got to be able to continuously ground. And it has to happen in cycles, or else we're not going to be able to ground it all. But similar to what I said yesterday in the last video, is like, they keep coming up for a reason, and it's not so that you can create meaning out of it. It's so that you can continue to ground the energy and the lessons and the pattern that those situations were meant to teach you. Whether or not there's something else that comes with that, Two of Swords, we don't need to know. It's about gaining the perspective of what's happening within you and continuously allowing yourself to feel those things when they come up, and be curious about those feelings, right? Our inner feminine loves when our masculine gets curious about what's coming up, instead of ignoring it or not asking about it. Like, when she has a thought about a past situation or a feeling about a past situation, she loves when the masculine's like, okay, why is this coming up? Because then that starts the inner dialogue, right? Recent past is the Two of Wands. Recent past, okay, we're integrating a sense of boundaries in the way that is, we don't need to focus externally, because there's something so potent within ourselves, and we're understanding our gifts, we're understanding the energy that we bring to all the situations that we have playing out or that we're looking forward to. And so we're getting clear on what things are actually aligned with that feeling or with that vision, and we're acting accordingly. That's a beautiful thing. It takes practice, though. So remind yourself of self-compassion, self-love, reminding our inner masculines that we're not looking for perfection. We're looking for consistency. Also reminding our inner feminines that it might not look the way that it's always meant to look. So we don't need to look to our physical, external circumstances as to tell us whether it's going to be true or not. It's an internal process of trust. All right, let's see. Okay, so for the near future, we have the Sun, clarified by the Tower, the Ace of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. I think it was yesterday that I said something along the lines of, like, there is something that you have done, some sort of mindset shift, some sort of behavior shift, or something that you've sat with emotionally that you've allowed yourself to acknowledge. Like I said, with the Three of Swords and Queen of Cups for our current energy, the more we allow that to happen, the more things are going to change. And right now what's showing up in our near future is that change. It could be, it's going, and I don't see the Tower as bad. I see it as space in our lives, energetic space to rebuild this Ace of Cups and this Wheel of Fortune and the Sun energy. We're creating space currently, because when we integrate those feelings, when we sit with them, when we allow them to be, when we accept and receive our feminine for what it is that she has to express within ourselves, we create space for us to be able to create from that. The integration process is not about whether it's right or wrong. It's about allowing ourselves to ground the energy. It's like today I felt like the energy in my headspace has been it's like been pulsing. And I always remind myself when I'm in that state that I have to be able to pull that energy and embrace the embodiment of it, instead of just trying to fix what's happening up here. It's about embodying the energy, getting curious about it, allowing it to happen, because that is what's going to create the space for our capacity to receive. We're receiving that energy, and then that creates a fresh, an energy of like fresh consistency of receptivity. That's kind of a lot of words, but that's what I'm trying to say, is this energy of the Ace of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune, the Tower, and then the Sun, to me, feels like a breath of fresh air. It's almost like a breath and a, oh, wow. Like, we're here, we did it. And it's not going to be all at once. I think the Wheel of Fortune reminds us that time is at play. Like, things are unfolding. This isn't about everything happening at once. This is about the Tower. There's a new foundation happening. We're rebuilding, we're creating an Ace of Cups, a new emotional way of connecting to ourselves, that's going to allow ourselves to have the greater capacity to receive over time. We want longevity here. We don't want the quick fix to the things that we're feeling. We want the longevity of different energy. And that's what's happening in the near future, is we're creating it. Knight of Pentacles, for what we can't see. One card at a time, please. Knight of Pentacles too is also that longevity energy, right? It's the slow rebuilding of the foundation. Yeah, so Eight of Wands and Queen of Wands. This is the building of a new sense of self. But also what we can't see is how embracing, like I think I said the feminine's embracing a sense of time. The more we embrace I keep using the word longevity, but the more we can accept that we're not just making change for something particular to happen, and we're actually making change for things to actually unfold entirely into a new future, new life, new circumstances that are going to last our whole lives. The more we can understand that this isn't a temporary shift that's happening, the faster energy moves. Yes, the more then we also have to be accountable to ourselves. We have to reconnect with ourselves. We have to embrace the parts of ourselves that are needing to uphold that capacity and ability to connect to our feminine, connect to our masculine, be accountable to the consistency and the devotion of ourselves. And the more that we can balance that out and also embrace that things are going to be shifting in a long-term way, the more synchronicities or the more we'll recognize the speed at which things are changing. Because when I talk about integration of self, when I talk about embracing the integration of self is like the inner self, right? It's our being. The integration of time and space or longevity is integration into the physical reality. But I want to point out that none of that has anything to do with being attached to a certain outcome. That is just integrating the masculine and the feminine energies. So in that, the more that we can understand that without attachment to outcomes, without the attachment to stories, the more we'll see this energy shift unfold and receive the energy, because the energy is moving quite quickly, but it will only move at the speed at which we have the capacity to do our own inner accountability and surrender, and our capacity. That's what's coming to mind. On the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Pentacles, so a lot of stability is happening here. I'm really happy. For anyone who this resonates with, I'm really excited for you. This energy is very much like being accountable for yourself, understanding how this all is going to play out, because you're not focused on changing external circumstances. You're focused on how you relate to your life. And that's making a really big shift for you. But please let me know in the comments if this resonates, or if you have any specific examples that you resonate with or that are happening in your life. And please leave a thumbs up and subscribe. I really want to get my channel out there and going. I feel like this new rejuvenated part of myself really wants to put myself out there, wants to change my own foundation. I resonate with this reading myself, so I really want to be able to share my ability to recognize patterns and help people come back to themselves. I think that's the goal that I have, truly. And yeah, if you go like my previous video, I'll link that below. If we get to 25 likes, I'll sort out a way that we can do individual energy readings through YouTube. I guess I could do live as well if you guys, we'll figure it out. But 25 likes first on my last video, and then we'll figure that out. Yeah, I like this energy for you. And congrats, like this is big. This is really big. So, okay, well, I will talk to you all soon. I'm sending you so much love, and until next time.